Merry Christmas, everyone. I just want to wish you a happy Christmas for the year 2020 in this difficult time of COVID that we are living in. It's not going to be the same Christmas, I'm sure, for a lot of people compared to the previous years. Most of us can't even be with our family and friends. But I do hope and I do wish you have a nice Christmas this year. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a soy chicken poached in a master stock. I'm going to use a whole chicken and it weighs about 1.5 kilo. It only requires a few ingredients and it doesn't take much effort to make this poached chicken. So let's get started and have a look at how to make this soy chicken. I know traditionally during Christmas, people use turkey and make turkey for Christmas. I have never cooked a turkey before and I don't really know how to cook a turkey as well. So I'm going to use a smaller bird and I'm using a whole chicken. This chicken itself weighs about 1.5 kilo. I had it in the fridge and I removed from the fridge. Then what I did was I washed and cleaned the chicken, especially the inside cavity itself, to make sure that it's clean. Then I pat dry the outside and the inside of the chicken using a kitchen paper towel and let it sit on the kitchen bench to reach the room temperature. It has been sitting out here for at least 1 hour and it is still a little bit cold, but it's not freezing cold. It should be okay to poach in the master stock once I have the master stock ready to make the chicken. To make the master stock, I have a ginger here, which I'm going to smash and bruise it. 2 cinnamon sticks, this is a small one, so I'm using 2 of them. And the star anise, I'm going to use about 5, so you can use about 4 or 5 star anise. I have spring onions, 3 spring onions, and for the flavoring, I'm using rock sugar. This is cane rock sugar. It's about 1 cup. 1 teaspoon of white peppercorn. A half a teaspoon of salt. And a dark soy and a light soy here. These are all the ingredients that will be used to make the master stock. And to go with the chicken, I'm going to serve it with 1 cup of rice, which I'm going to cook, and some bok choy green vegetable. So I'm going to blanch the bok choy for some vegetable. Now with the ginger, I just want to cut it into half, into a smaller piece. And then with the back of a knife, just smash it gently. There's the ginger. And same with this piece here, just need to be very careful. The spring onion itself, I'm just going to smash it a little bit, just bruise it. So that's all the preparation I need to do for the master stock. The rock sugar, white peppercorn, and half a teaspoon of salt. Roughly about the same equal portion of the dark soy. So I'm going to bring this to a boiling temperature. Now, this will be my master stock for poaching the chicken. Now, some people prefer to fry the spices first before adding the liquid and bringing the liquid to a boiling temperature. This is all personal preference, but for me, I prefer not to fry and I prefer not to add more oil into the pot before poaching the chicken. I like the oil to come naturally from the chicken fat to poach the chicken in the master stock. Okay, it's boiling. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna lower the heat, immerse the chicken very quickly, and take it out. I'm just gonna move it a few times. Okay. So I'm gonna let it simmer for 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it over to the other side. Now I'm gonna cover with the lid. Just gonna move it to a smaller flame. I'm gonna wash the bok choy now while waiting for the chicken to be poached. Okay, so that's half, but it's still quite big, so I'm just gonna cut it in half again. So I'm gonna give the bok choy another rinse, give it another wash. So that's my bok choy. Okay, it's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna turn the chicken over. I'm gonna cover with the lid and let it poach for 15 minutes on this side. Okay, it's for 15 minutes, so the chicken should be cooked. It's been cooking, simmering for a total time of 45 minutes. And I'm gonna let it sit on the tray, which is on top of the rack, so it can dry, air dry, and cool down to a room temperature. So that's my soy chicken poached in the master stock. What I'm gonna do next is to wash 1 cup of rice and to cook the rice. So just wash the rice and change the water about 3-4 times. So this is basically to remove as much starch from the rice grain as possible. So I'm gonna cook the rice with the master stock. And I'm gonna bring it to a boil. You can see that it is starting to boil, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let the rice grain to cook through a little bit more before I lower down the heat. What I'm doing is I'm gonna lower down the heat to the lowest temperature, and as you can see, most of the water has been absorbed by the rice grain and also been evaporated. I'm gonna cover up with the lid now. Okay, that looks pretty good. You can see it's moist, and it's cooked right through. I have some master stock in here. I'm gonna make some sesame oil in with the master stock in this cup. I like to brush my chicken with a bit of the master stock mixed with the sesame oil, just to give you a nice layer of coating. So just use the brush and mix it through, and then just brush the chicken. Next I want to do is to blanch my bok choy. Okay, I'm going to cover the lid and I'm going to turn off the heat. Okay, so I have my bok choy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my chicken, and then I'm going to put my chicken at the bottom. Okay, let me cut my chicken in half. That looks good. It cooks right through. It looks moist. You can see it's moist. And I'm going to dress with more of the sauce. I'm going to garnish it with spring onions. I think it's quite a festive color for Christmas. A little bit of green, a little bit of red. Soy chicken poached in a master stock with bok choy and garnished with fresh red chilies and spring onions. To go with the rice that is cooked with the master stock as well, and the 2 dressing sauce that is homemade. One is the chili garlic sauce, and the other one is the ginger spring onion sauce. I have a recipe and the link is below the description or on the top right. If you want to know how to make these two dressing sauce, it goes very well with this soy poached chicken. I'm gonna have a taste. It looks very good, and I did have a taste earlier, so I kind of cheated. It looks very good. So I'm gonna have a little bit of the chili garlic sauce and the spring onion ginger sauce. It's really yummy. The chicken is juicy and it's moist and it's tender. I guess we come to the end of today's video, and it's the last video for the year 2020. Please subscribe if you like this video and share with your friends and family. I wish all of you a very happy Christmas, and I'll see you in next year in 2021. My name is Victor Koo. Thanks for watching. Bye.